Let me tell you why I'm so happy. Because it looks like there's a new couple in Hollywood. Aaron Pierre, that's Teyana. They have been spotted together several times recently. But they seemingly made it official after the Oscars. So they both posted these pictures.
Welcome back to StarHush. You know we stay on top of the drama, and today we gotta talk about Aaron Pierre, aka Mufasa, because his alleged longtime ex is out here throwing shade, and it's not looking too good. Jessica Hardwick, the woman who supposedly had his heart before Teyana Taylor stepped into the picture, is making it crystal clear that she is not here for this new romance. She's out here basically warning Teyana not to get too cozy, hinting that Aaron is just using her for status. And when you take a look at Jessica, it definitely raises some eyebrows because sis is nothing like Teyana, and she's letting everybody know that Aaron definitely has a type, and it ain't her. So what's really going on? Is this new relationship all love, or is Aaron out here riding the wave of clout that comes with dating a strong, successful black queen like Teyana? Let's break it all the way down because there's a whole lot to unpack. Aaron Pierre and Teyana Taylor have been making major waves lately, and the internet is eating it up. The chemistry, undeniable. The looks, immaculate. They've been showing up, showing out, and giving us couple energy like never before. But things really started heating up after their stunning black and white Oscars shoot. Teyana posted the pics on March 3rd, right after the Vanity Fair after party, and let's just say, sis knew exactly what she was doing. The vibes, top tier, and the caption, even better. She wrote, "Oscar night in black and white, no gray area." And let's not forget the SZA track she used, because let's be real, nothing screams "I'm into you" like using "Take You Down" as the soundtrack to your post. But then comes Aaron, and that's where things start looking a little off. He posted the same exact pictures on his page, but guess what? No caption, no heart emoji, no "had a great time with my lady," just straight up crickets. Now let's be real. If a man is truly proud of his woman, wouldn't he at least drop a little something? A "my queen" moment? A "we outside" energy? But Aaron didn't even acknowledge the moment. And that's where the red flags start waving. Is he keeping Teyana at arm's length? Is he enjoying the buzz without actually claiming her? Because if this is real love, why does it feel like he's playing it safe? And let's not forget, Jessica is right there, throwing subtle but very direct shade, like she knows exactly how this is gonna end. So who's been trying to warn us about all this? Jessica Hardwick, Aaron Pierre's alleged longtime ex. And let me tell you, sis is not holding back. She's been throwing major shade, making it loud and clear that Teyana might not want to get too comfy. Why? Because according to her, Aaron has a type, and Teyana is not it. And with everything coming to light, folks are starting to connect the dots. See, that Vanity Fair after party, it just added gasoline to the fire because Aaron and Teyana were all up in each other's space, looking cozy and locked in. And let's not forget, this ain't even the first time they've been spotted together in public. Back in February, they attended the American Black Film Festival honors together, and the cameras caught everything. You know that type of "I like you, but let's keep it low-key" energy? That's exactly what they were giving. But here's the thing, they still haven't confirmed their relationship out loud. Yet the streets are talking. And that's where things get messy. While Aaron's been moving in silence, the internet did what it does best. They dug deep. And guess what they uncovered? Jessica Hardwick. And let me tell you, one look at Jessica and folks immediately started side-eyeing this whole Teyana situation. See, Jessica is nothing like Teyana. And no, I'm not just talking about personality. Let's keep it real. Jessica is not a woman of color. And now that the tea is out, people are really starting to side-eye this entire thing, wondering if Aaron is just chasing a buzz or if this thing with Teyana is actually real. And Jessica, she's not staying quiet. Sis has allegedly been out here letting people know that Teyana better brace herself because Aaron has a pattern. And if what she's saying is true, then Teyana might just be the latest in a long line of women that Aaron has had a thing with before moving on to his real preference. And listen, Teyana better keep one eye open, because word in the streets is Aaron prefers, well, white meat. And if that's the case, sis might be in for a rude awakening. Now let's break this all the way down because things are getting spicy. When you start lining up Aaron Pierre's alleged exes next to Teyana, it's looking real questionable. And listen, it ain't me saying it. Jessica is making sure everybody knows what's up. But here's where it gets messy. Is Jessica just bitter and reaching, or is she actually spilling the truth? Because let's be honest, when an ex comes out talking, it's either revenge or receipts. And right now, we don't know which one it is. But hold up, because the tea don't stop there. This story has layers because there are even more pictures of Mr. Mufasa himself, Aaron Pierre, floating around the internet. And when I tell you it's giving deja vu, I mean it. Because guess what? There's another woman. And this time, she's an Australian beauty named Hannah Hurst. Now here's the real gag. From the looks of these pictures, Aaron and Hannah were getting real close. And I'm not talking friendly acquaintance type of close. I'm talking this my girl type of close. And get this, these pictures, they weren't just some random selfies. They were at a whole wedding together. Now let's be real. You don't just take anybody to a wedding. That's not just homie behavior. That's we're a thing behavior. That's we dressing up, looking cute, and taking romantic pictures together behavior. And before anybody asks, yes, there's a pattern here. Because guess what? Hannah is also a white woman. At this point, it's starting to look real obvious that Aaron has a type, and it's not Teyana. And if that wasn't enough proof, there's another picture. And this one, it's the cherry on top. It shows Aaron kissing Hannah on the forehead. And y'all already know what a forehead kiss means. That ain't no casual peck. That's I care about you energy. That's deep connection energy. So yeah, this is way past speculation. There's evidence. And let's be real. When you try to look up Aaron's dating history, it's like trying to find a ghost. There's nothing there, like not even a rumor. So now we see why Aaron has been keeping his dating life under serious lock and key. Because let's be honest, it's giving secret collector of girlfriends. First, we got Jessica Hardwick, his alleged longtime love since 2019. Then, boom, Hannah Hurst steps into the picture, all cozied up with him at weddings, giving meet the family energy. And now, he's suddenly linked to Teyana Taylor. It's like Aaron has a whole rotation of relationships that just quietly swap in and out of place. And the craziest part, he never claims or denies any of them. Let's be real. Now that we're lining up all these women, the pattern is too clear to ignore. But here's the thing, it's not even just about their looks. It's the whole vibe that's different. When you look at Aaron's past alleged relationships, you start noticing a very clear trend. And it's not about looks or status, it's about personality. Jessica, Hannah, they all have a low-key, modest presence. They're not trying to be the center of attention. They don't thrive in the spotlight, and they definitely aren't dominating social media with viral moments. They aren't A-list celebs, they aren't flooded in designer, and they aren't the type of women that have the internet in a chokehold every time they step out. But then there's Teyana. Now this is where the biggest contrast comes in, because Teyana Taylor, she is a whole force. She's bold, she's flashy, she's a queen in every sense of the word. She's got the red carpet presence, the jaw-dropping style, and that it girl aura. Teyana has been in the game for years. She's carved out her lane, made her mark, and built her legacy. She isn't just a celebrity, she's a brand. And let's be honest, this is not the kind of woman Aaron's been linked to in the past. His exes? Very under the radar. Teyana, top tier, high profile, and unapologetically her. So now the question is Aaron really stepping into something serious with Teyana? Or is this just another short-lived situation that'll quietly disappear like the others? Because let's be real, he's never been one to make things official. Even the internet is clocking the difference between Teyana and Aaron's past situationships. One person even commented on a photo of Aaron's alleged ex, saying, "She looks humble, modest in her attire, and likable, wishing them well." And let's be real, that says a lot. It's giving, this is the kind of woman Aaron actually likes. It's giving soft, quiet, low-key, a total contrast to Teyana's bold, high-profile, superstar energy. And suddenly everything is clicking. It also explains why Lori Harvey didn't even entertain the thought of dating Aaron Pierre. Sis took one look at that situation and said, absolutely not. And honestly, I don't blame her. She's been there, done that with the whole PR girlfriend thing. She knows the game. And if Aaron is on that same type of timing, Lori wasn't about to play along. But now the real question is Teyana unknowingly stepping into that PR girlfriend role? Here's where it gets interesting. TikTok commentator Char Mason was out here trying to play matchmaker, suggesting that Lori and Aaron Pierre would make a fire couple. And let's be honest, on paper, it kind of makes sense. Lori has dated internationally before. Y'all remember Damson Idris, right? A whole British snack of a man. So, in theory, Aaron should have been right up her alley. But Lori, she shut that down so fast, it was almost comical. She personally hopped into the comments and wrote, "No, thank you. Leave me alone." Not just no, but leave me alone. That's not just disinterest. That's I know something y'all don't energy. And let's be real. If Aaron really was the catch people think he is, why would Lori be running for the hills? She could have just ignored the suggestion, right? But nope. She wanted to make it loud and clear that she wasn't going anywhere near that situation. Lori Harvey has been in this game long enough to know a walking red flag when she sees one. Sis has dated A-listers left and right. We're talking Michael B. Jordan, Future, and Damson Idris. And let's not forget those rumors about her and Diddy. And y'all already know, anything connected to Diddy comes with a truckload of controversy. So when a woman like Lori shuts something down that fast, with that much conviction, you gotta wonder, what kind of whispers has she been hearing behind the scenes? Maybe she caught wind of Aaron's alleged type. Maybe she heard about his cozy moments with Hannah Hurst. Maybe she peeped that forehead kiss and the wedding date situation. Because let's be honest, Lori ain't about to get used for clout again. But that brings us to the real question. What exactly is Aaron's endgame here? Teyana Taylor isn't just any woman, she's a whole superstar. She's a triple threat. Singer, actress, and director. She's respected, loved, and fresh off a split from Iman Shumpert. Sis is single, glowing, and living her best life. But is Aaron actually feeling her? Or is this just a well-played strategy to keep his name in the headlines? Because the timing is interesting. Let's not forget, he's the voice of Mufasa in the upcoming Lion King prequel. And suddenly, boom, he's linked to a high-profile celeb, like Teyana. It's giving, keep my name buzzing energy. And before anyone says I'm reaching, let's be real for a sec. Aaron wouldn't be the first guy to date Teyana just to boost his own spotlight. We've seen it happen before. Men love to attach themselves to a strong, independent, successful black woman when they're trying to elevate their status. They soak up all the attention that comes with dating her, ride the wave, and then dip the moment they don't need the extra buzz anymore. So is Aaron genuinely interested in Teyana, or is this another case of a man chasing clout at the expense of a queen? Because if that's the game he's playing, he better not mess around and fumble. When you really sit back and look at Teyana's dating history, a pattern starts to pop out, and it's hard to ignore. Teyana has been linked to some serious A-list celebrities and top-tier athletes, and while these relationships always started with love, they almost always ended the same way. The guy walking away with a whole lot more clout than he had before. The most obvious example? Iman Shumpert. When Teyana and Iman got together, he was known in the basketball world, sure. But being married to Teyana, that took his visibility to a whole new level. Suddenly, he was everywhere. From reality TV to music to hosting gigs to viral interviews, being with Teyana boosted his whole career. Their relationship had some beautiful moments and people really believed in their love story. But we all saw how that ended. It turned messy, public, and ended in divorce. And let's not even get into the rumors, allegations of infidelity, controlling behavior, and behind-the-scenes drama that had people whispering for years. And while Iman walked away with a boosted career, Teyana was left with a broken heart and a public split that played out in real time. But let's not stop there, because believe it or not, Soulja Boy was also in the mix. Yes, Soulja Boy and Teyana Taylor were a thing. I know she tried to keep that relationship tucked away, but the internet always finds a way to bring receipts. Now, the exact timeline of their relationship is a little bit blurry, but we do know they were together for several years. And here's where it gets even wilder. There are rumors that they had a child together. Reports claim they secretly got married in October 2016. And when Teyana appeared on the Wendy Williams show in September 2016, she played coy when asked about her relationship status. Sis gave the kind of answer that had people raising their eyebrows, like she was hiding something big. And while there's no hard proof about the secret wedding or the alleged child, what we do know is that Soulja Boy's name was definitely buzzing a whole lot more when they were together. And once again, who ended up taking the biggest hit when the relationship ended? Teyana. So here we go again. Was Teyana finding real love, or was she just unknowingly boosting another man's profile? Because the pattern, it's hard to ignore. And now let's talk about one of the most interesting names on that list, Drake. Oh yeah, Champagne Papi, Mr. Certified Lover Boy himself. Back in 2009, rumors started swirling that Drake and Teyana Taylor had a little something going on, but this one, super low key. No couple pics, no public statements, just whispers, sneaky links, and speculation. But y'all know how it goes in the industry. If there's smoke, there's usually a whole fire. People started noticing them showing up at the same places, attending events together, and even making music video appearances. The chemistry? It was there. But despite the little hints and close encounters, both Drake and Teyana stayed quiet. No Instagram hard launches, no song lyrics dropping clues, nothing. So what was really going on? Was this just another PR situation to keep their names buzzing? Or was Drake really into her but just not enough to take things public? Honestly, we may never know. But one thing is very clear. Anytime you're linked to Drake, your name is going to stay in the headlines. And Teyana's name, it stayed right there. Now, let's talk about ASAP Rocky, because yes, he was on the roster too. In 2014, the streets started buzzing about a possible romance between Teyana and ASAP. And while they never put an official title on it, the people were paying attention. They were spotted together a few times and the chemistry was there. But just like a lot of Teyana's past relationships, this one didn't last long. And the real kicker? ASAP wasted no time moving on. Right after things fizzled out with Teyana, he was linked to Iggy Azalea and then Chanel Iman. Clearly, he was keeping his options open. And then we have Chad Johnson. Now, this one actually lasted a while. Teyana and Chad Johnson were together for about 4 years, starting in 2006. And in celebrity relationship years, that's basically forever. So the question remains, was Teyana finding love? Or was she just another stepping stone for men looking to elevate their names? Because if history keeps repeating itself, she might want to start moving differently. Now, the people who've been tuned into Teyana and Chad Johnson's history already knew their relationship was bound to have some spice. But when Chad started making side comments about Teyana's rise to fame on a reality show, it had everyone raising an eyebrow. And just like most of Teyana's relationships, it didn't last long. But it also didn't end on the best of terms. And the moment they split, Chad wasn't shy about letting his disappointment be known. Y'all already know how this Hollywood breakup script goes, and one person walks away, the other starts talking. The narrative shifts, and suddenly the whispers start. Was Chad just another man who rode Teyana's wave, then dipped when it was convenient? That's the same question people asked when Daniel Boobie Gibson stepped in. Yeah, y'all remember him. He and Teyana were linked from September 2008 to February 2009. And just like some of the others before him, the relationship ended almost as fast as it started. Now, let's talk about Colin Kaepernick. Yup, the ex-NFL star himself. Teyana and Colin were rumored to have been doing that on-again, off-again dance since 2013. And by 2014, the situation had completely run its course. And right when things ended with Colin, that's when she made it official with Iman Shumpert. Now, let's take a step back and look at the full lineup. We're talking about athletes, rappers, A-list entertainers. It's not just a dating history, it's a pattern. Because here's what stands out. A lot of these men gained a major clout boost after being with Teyana. And if we're being honest, It's hard not to wonder if that was the real game all along. Because one thing about Teyana Taylor, she's a force. She's been booked and busy, thriving in music, fashion, and acting. She's not just another Hollywood it girl. She's a brand. And when you line up all the men who have been in her life, one thing is clear. She's been through a whole lot. Now let's be real for a second. Compared to Aaron Pierre, aka Mufasa, Teyana Taylor has way more experience in the dating game. She's been in the industry for years, navigating relationships with top-tier celebrities, athletes, and A-listers. So honestly, why wouldn't Aaron want to hop on the bandwagon? Think about it. He gets to capitalize on the fame, keep his name buzzing, and maybe even gain some industry connections. It's giving strategic play, not soulmate energy. And that's exactly why Aaron's ex, Jessica Hardwick, is out here raising red flags. She's seen the playbook before. She knows how this game works. And while some folks might think she's just bitter, what if she's actually dropping real warnings? Because let's not forget, Aaron Pierre has a very specific type. And as much as Teyana is a queen with undeniable talent and energy, she doesn't exactly fit that description. So where do they go from here? Are they about to start making more public appearances together? Will Aaron suddenly start showing more affection? Or will this whole thing fade out as fast as it started? And more importantly, has Aaron Pierre really changed his type? Or is this just a temporary flex? Because one thing's for sure, Jessica Hardwick is watching all of this unfold, just waiting to say, "I told you so." At this point, we don't know if this is real love or just a PR stunt, but one thing's for sure, we'll be keeping an eye on it. But now, I want to hear from my stars and hushers. Do you think this is the real deal, or is Aaron just using Teyana to boost his image? And is Jessica just a salty ex, or is she exposing something we should all be paying attention to? Sound off in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next messy update. Because you already know the tea is never done brewing.